So, as your syllabus states, you will have three categories in which your grades come from. There will be weekly discussions, your career assignments, and your exams. So, your weekly discussions, I will release a discussion prompt once a week. You will have until Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. to make your initial post, and then you will have until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. to make your second post. The initial post will be for 20 points and the follow-up post will be for 10 points. So this is to encourage interaction in the class. You are in a smaller group, so it will be noticeable if you are not interacting. So please make sure, for the sake of your group, not just for the sake of your points, that you are interacting with your group and that you are accumulating the 30 points each week. So 30 points times 4, you get 120 points from doing your weekly discussions. I'm going to show you at the end of this video how to do it on Blackboard. Next, your career assignments, you will be doing a few things. You'll be doing a resume, a do what you are. You're going to be doing something that I came up with, that is a career inventory to look at your different options of careers. And you're also going to be doing a college search as well. And then the university has two other assignments, or the college has two other assignments in relation to sexual assault prevention and course delivery types that you are going to do as well. We're going to do all of those in the last week, except for a couple that are going to be introduced to you a little early so that you have enough time to gather information to complete them. And then you will have 4 exams. So each week we will cover 3 areas. So usually chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lastly will be wellness. And so that is 4 exams at 30 questions, 4 points apiece, 120 points. And so at the end you can get 480 points from your exam. They will open every Friday on Blackboard and close every Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So you have from Friday to Sunday to complete those assignments. Each week I'm providing outlines for you. My hope is that you will utilize those outlines or make your own, that you will review all chapter questions before the chapter, that you will have an outline ready to go, whether it be mine or your own, and that you will define key terms before you read the chapter. You will use all those materials to help guide you in reading. This is called active reading, which we will discuss in the chapters to come. But as a collegiate student, there is no expectation that you ever turn in key terms, that you ever turn in outlines. All of these things are things successful students do. So in this class, I will be telling you each and every day to make sure that you're doing your key terms, that you're using your questions to guide your reading, and that you are completing your outlines. Again, 1 and 2 college students don't return because they don't do things, simply because they are not for a grade anymore. That's K through 12 thinking. Now, as a collegiate student, you should know the tips and the tools to help you succeed, and you should be doing all of these things on your own, regardless of whether they're for a grade or not. So a couple of facts before I get to Blackboard. The reality is, if you are here, then yes, you will probably be okay. That if you are online every day getting your materials done, that you are going to be good to go. This extra credit that's listed here is for my online students. This will not be for you. Since it is an online class and you have access to your books and notes, you will not be receiving any extra credit. No, hopefully you will not be bored. We are only together for literally 20 class days, so hopefully each and every day as you return you will learn something new, and if not, hopefully the next day you'll learn something new to bring that with you. So below is for my in-person class. I will see them every Monday through Thursday, but technically I should see you in virtual world. Every Monday through Thursday you should be going back to Blackboard each and every day to make sure that you are getting the daily sheet for the day and that you are not missing any assignments. So let's go to Blackboard now. So I made sure last week to tell you to go over your syllabus, and then I began this telling you that Blackboard is a bit of a different animal. Your Blackboard unfortunately has been merged with something called Ready to Teach, and it's a generic program, I do not use Ready Teach. I actually teach you and give you different assignments each day along with videos. And so I do not give you anything that currently is under your My Grades. I don't know if I can show it here, but all of these things that say upcoming, we are not doing any of these things. So after your average and final grade, I will now start listing your grades. So the very first thing you would have up is going to be exam 1. So please do not read any of these things and email me in reference to them because we are not doing them. Okay? So up here, I'm going to start with your announcements. So each and every day when I've released stuff, you will see announcements listed there. You had the daily sheet that said go ahead and start your Blackboard training there. So hopefully you went through all of that. This button will give you your syllabus and your course calendar. Faculty profile. Oh, I don't have it up there. I will get it up there for you. That's where you can email me from and have all of my information. Course content is where you come each and every day to get your materials, and when your exam releases, you will find that as well here. Now, group discussion is something that we talked about earlier. You get 30 points each week. So every Monday you will have a new discussion prompt release. So you will click on small group discussion board, and then you will not see all 3 boards. You will only see the board that you're in. So you're going to be in board 1, 2, or 3. So you will click on it. You will see all of your team members listed there. File exchange is where you can upload documents, which you may need to do if you're not going to link them. You can email each other. This will only go to the people in your group. And then lastly, you are going to click on group discussion board in order to actually get the question. So it'll pop up and say discussion prompt number 1. If you can click on it, that means that it's still available for you. And so you will see the question listed here for you. So discussion prompt 1, do you think marijuana should be federally legalized? Medicinal use only or recreational use as well? Do you think marijuana should be treated like alcohol or tobacco products? For this discussion prompt, you can answer one or all of these questions. However, you are to write your responses 1-pager, meaning your answer should be approximately 4 paragraphs with 4 sentences in each paragraph. So you are learning to write a collegiate paper or a 1-pager. There is no reason you should ever turn any paper or discussion prompt in that would be less than 16 sentences. 4 paragraphs times 4 each would be 16. So in your syllabus, I denote that for you, that when I'm asking for a response, I'm looking for approximately a 1-pager there. So by Wednesday, you're to submit this 1-pager to your group. You will not be able to see anyone else's response until you put yours in. So when you click on this and you're ready to put yours in, you will see that no one else has replied until you reply. So once you do your 1-pager, then you'll be able to go back and click and see other people's. Now, if it's Monday at 1 p.m. and you click and nobody's there, that's because no one has come back yet to do it. So students have until Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. to do the first portion of the response, which is worth 20 points, your 1-pager. Then you will return Thursday through Sunday, and you are going to link a scholarly article that supports or disputes a group's member 1-pager. So you're going to go in Thursday through Sunday. You are going to read the information provided by other students, and then you will pick one student, or you can do multiple, and you are going to reply to their message, and then you are going to submit, you're going to link a scholarly paper to them, and or you can do it under the file exchange and upload it. So you can say you found a paper that supports exactly what they said or disputes what they say or provides more information for them. So you can link it, or you can simply do the file upload. If you don't respond by Wednesday, you lose 20 points. So if you don't do your 1-pager by Wednesday, you will lose 20 points. And then if you don't return Thursday through Sunday, you will lose your 10 points. So if you don't respond by Wednesday, you still can come back Thursday through Sunday and read someone else's and reply with a scholarly paper to them. So when I say scholarly paper, you are going to use a database. And so any college or university that you go to gives you the ability to use the library system. And so all articles will be free for you. It comes with your tuition. So you will go to sanjack.edu, you will go to student services, and then you will come to library. And then here is databases. So I'm going to type in marijuana use. And then it will give me information. So if you want to say that medical marijuana should be legalized because it's useful for kids, if somebody wrote that and you want to say, yes, I concur with what you said, here is an article that supports it, you will click right here and you will get the PDF full text. And so if I read the article and it gives information that would help support someone's one pager, or it's going to say, you know what, you need to rethink your one pager. If that article does what I want it to do, I'm going to label it properly. I'm going to save it to my desktop. I'm going to hit save. And so I have found that paper. So we are using databases to find that paper. You can also go to the United States Government Health and Human Services, right? Because if it is a government.gov site, it's usually going to give us information that would be deemed relevant. And so if I want to look at the amount of students that are now using marijuana, right, I could use one of these documents that comes from the Office of Adolescent Health. So if the person says, hey, this should not be used, then I could use one of these statistics as well. So we want scholarly articles, scholarly data, and information. You are not just to go to Google and type in marijuana use, right? Because we get a lot of .coms or a lot of just websites devoted for or against when it has nothing to do with actual information, factual information. And so use your library database. And so as we already picked that one, I would come back to that discussion board and I will either link that document, attach it to the person I'm responding it to, or I can say view the article in the file exchange. And so you can add your file, browse your computer. So again, that's why it's important that you label things correctly. Here is my marijuana use, and then I would label it, and then I would submit it. Well, I'm not going to submit it on this one because this is one of yours. So that is what you are to do for your small group discussion. So you will get one of those each and every week. And so your My Grades will be listed here. So again, since we have this merging that I cannot remove, it's going to be anything under final grade. So do not pay attention to anything up here. We will not be doing those assignments. Or if we're doing them, I just don't have them labeled the way they have them. So don't worry about anything up here. Okay. So that is your Blackboard. You need to make sure that you are checking your emails every day and that you are checking Blackboard each and every day. So this is it for day one. I will have your day one sheet released for chapter 4 and the information. Have a good day.